recording yet? I'm still
Now we
thinking
are.
my opening 7.
Now we are. So you're gonna maul.
Yeah.
I'll try this. I'll keep.
I figure without a red source, I'm pretty dead.
Yeah, it's this is kind of a. I don't know if I should keep this. I can still say.
can maul if
I
you
can
want,
still maul, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about that.
This is so weird. What a weird hand.
Maybe in the mirror, man.
You want to cut?
Sure.
So do you play online all of them?
Yeah, sometimes. I'm pretty good at actually not playing too much, but let me see here. Let me decide before you say anything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, no, because you.
Technically, I
said I can't. Yeah.
Well, no, technically, I just said I'm mauling right away.
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
I'll let you decide if you're going to keep your 7
Okay,
before I make my call.
So it looks like I have Forest, Caracas, Elder
I feel like I gotta just.
Did he just say he's going
All right, I'm gonna say fuck it, try it.
All right, let's
And
rock
this is
it.
real bad.
No, it looks like
For
he's
me,
keeping
I think
it.
I gave you game 1.
I don't know, man. My hand's pretty bad too, so let's see.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Not what I'm
It
looking for
helps
against
that I
Painter,
drew a
but
red source.
Nice.
So now I have a game.
otherwise that's pretty good.
Wow.
I'll go right
Yep.
off the bat.
Actually, sorry, not go ahead.
Yep.
I'm gonna play my own Vex.
Ooh.
Sure. Go ahead.
Bubble bobble.
When you see that, do you just figure, okay, for game 2, I'm just siding these out? What do you think?
Oh, definitely. For against Painter, yeah.
Yeah. Or
This.
just in general, if you see another play, you see your opponent drop a Vexing Bobble, are you just siding your Vexing Bobbles out?
Ooh, that depends. I feel like you might have.
Um,
Yeah, no, I think probably most of the time, yeah, you probably are just that right out.
Fable?
There's another thing that I feel like
Fable's
every time
good.
you see that Urza Saga come down on turn 1, it's almost always followed up by Ancient Tomb.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, it looks like it's followed up with a Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
All right, in return, I'm gonna cycle this.
Where did he get the red?
What did he get the red mana for? I think that was a. Yeah, I think that was a mistake.
Keep drop.
Where did he get the red mana for that?
Did he exile a Spirit God?
I don't see anything in a yard anywhere by here.
Might
he
have been.
just
And he
tapped-
tapped. I think
tapped those.
that was just probably just
End of the
not
night.
paying attention
Yeah.
enough. Both of us didn't catch it. That's so funny. I did not catch
Now
that.
this.
Yep.
Looks like exiling a
Yep.
Spirit Guide,
Get a
playing a
microphone.
microphone.
You get a land?
Luke said, "Go ahead, make red mana from your Urza Saga.
What to get?
We'll just wasteland that thing." Or what do you get to do here? You get to destroy one of his lands, right?
I
At
could
the
go
very
for
least.
Wasteland. I think I might be going for one half of the
To build up your mana.
mana
necro
combo.
for
Yeah,
the
the
tower.
Nexus
Okay.
Tower combo.
I don't know. Wasteland seems strong here,
It
and you
does,
also
yeah.
seem to-
Wasteland, hit your
Yep.
Here'd have been another instance where I maybe would have slowed down and thought, "You have 1 mana left. It's not a red producing mana."
Yeah. Right?
I'll float.
Sure.
Search.
Yep.
Pass.
Looks like he's floating the colorless and going for that Urza Saga trigger.
What do you get here, though? Does he want the grindstone? Just, I'm gonna build this part of the combo.
What's wrong?
Get
Do
ready.
you mind shifting your cards over a little bit? Because this is kind of like the edge of the.
Boom, there we go.
Is that better?
Even over here is okay.
Got the cards
if you're-
back.
Yeah, that's like the edge right there.
So that's his graveyard over there, and there's no spirit guide in here.
I'm just trying to tighten things up here for the camera.
Pop it still.
Alright, looks like he's got the grindstone.
'Cause it's gonna kind of just be, whoops, I'm gonna drop another soul land and get my painter in.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do there? What will be your answer to?
I think
Alright, I'm gonna.
with Painter, I'm not too worried about it because
Yeah.
Prison's got Emrakul of the Dead. And even if he doesn't have the mana to activate Painter.
We're gonna dump
I'm actually surprised that he got the Soul Guide Lantern rather than
1-2.
Yep.
like I guess like for a Mox Opal he doesn't have other artifacts to turn it on at the moment.
I think he got the
One
grindstone
floating.
off of that last
So,
saga. Or that saga. 3rd chapter surge, but
He's got the red artifact land coming in.
Ooh,
Bolt.
a lightning.
Bolted.
That's quite the play there. It allows him to connect and start to make more mana. Treasure token.
Tap, drop.
I think they do run a few of them. Yeah,
Fish.
Mana
I
next
can see that.
is
It really is.
I guess it doesn't clean up frog the best, but
Mhm.
it deals with a lot of stuff.
I mean, they have 7 blasts to deal with frogs, so I guess it does clean up a lot of other little things. Especially against like other fair decks like Maverick, maybe. So it looks like I'm checking out the sideboard here. Kind of getting ready for
Yeah, this is almost
what's
always to me
next.
is a sign of I want to get to game 2.
Yeah.
Anybody who's doing this, they're like, it's not over, but it's not feeling great.
I'm going to.
But you could be consulting your Karn board, your wish board. Doesn't always have to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
And that's looks like what you're going for here is Karn. Or are you thinking about crop rotation?
I think
Go like this.
You ever just sit here and watch yourself, and suddenly you're just like, "What was I doing?" Or like,
all the
I should have
time.
took that other line. It's really having like a parallel to your own thought process.
Right?
Watching it, it's been a while since you played. It's like, what did
I'm
I
like-
do? What?
I'm like,
There
all
you
right,
go.
so I got the combo now.
Got the mana.
What was I thinking here? Think like that. I was thinking that Karn turns everything off, probably.
Yeah, Karn. I guess you're just scared of getting Karn attacked, but how much would he have been able to be attacked for there? Not a lot, right?
Uh,
Well, I guess he's gonna go to the last chapter of Fable. Yeah.
Fable, yeah. So I think
Create 3
Oh,
tokens,
here you go.
exile
Close command.
I like
goblin.
where you did this.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm setting up some security for Karn
Mm-hmm.
down the road.
Got 3 more colorless.
I'll pass it.
They're 01, right?
Oh, yep.
It's like a way for you to save mana. You
Yep.
got your own mana bank. It reminds me of those old janky like amulets you'd have to tap in to,
Yeah,
to build
build up.
mana into it. Then but this all happens instantly. It's just such a great tool.
Sack Bobble?
Bobbles. Yep.
Looks like he's got an ancient tomb here.
Yep,
Popping
took some
into
damage.
draw.
Drew a Badland?
Goblin engineer. Yep.
Engineer. That's a
And
good
I think one of the things I was thinking with that Kozilek's command is if I get rid of that creature before he gets the Kiki Jiki reflection,
one. Oh yeah.
then he can't
Key. Drop.
copy anything, so he's stuck on mana. And then here, I have blockers that I can leave out, so I can do Karn and go for like a lattice and still have the blockers there.
3, 6.
That's quite the top deck there.
We go.
Because you got everything.
minus-
Fixing getting rid of the creature, getting some more mana, getting some blockers. Karn's just that much better. And Karn,
So
it really has to be a problem for Painter. I feel
Yeah.
like if you can get him in a position where he's insulated, their artifacts aren't working. This is shutting his artifact lands off to correct.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Just going straight for the lattice with
Wow.
with one blocker.
And I don't think you can do anything here.
He's got, I think, 2 power on board.
Sure. So I don't. Everything's an artifact, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, just.
All right.
Yeah, that makes
Going on
sense.
the next game.
I got a
Pretty
chill
good
block
place.
there. If it went for the chill, well, if you do like a lightning bolt, you could.
I can't tap my mana.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
your deck's really a rough match for me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Historically, it's always been like a really good matchup for this deck.
I don't know about Karn.
Yeah,
It's just so good.
it can be.
I feel like it used to be worse, maybe.
Ignore Karn,
I could be
but
wrong.
when
Mhm.
it hits,
I could be wrong.
One thing I've noticed, actually, one of the things that I like about Karn the best is sometimes it kind of acts as like a pseudo ring because you'll play a Karn, and then you'll be like, oh shit, like I'm kind of like getting low on life, but your opponent attacks Karn instead, so it kind of like gives you an extra turn. It's like a fog or something, even though you lose the Karn.
Well, it's so strong too. I think rightfully so. You're like, I have to remove this Karn because where does the game go from here? If you're that big mana and you leave him around, if you can just grab something,
if the
know,
matchups
or
are worse now, or
do you find yourself animating artifacts with him a lot in this build, or no?
Not as much, yeah. But there are some really cool lines, like like you can make your one ring into a creature and bounce it with Caracas and just loop it like that. It's a cool little techie line. There's no, there is no liquid metal coating in this build. It's kind of a conservative, yeah, kind of a small, compact card board.
Although, don't you think with the microspawn now in Wasteland that could be something?
I've tried
as
it,
a-
yeah,
as a-
no, I might even try it again.
Yeah.
The sideboards are so tight right now. It's tough. It's a tough call.
Yeah, I know we've talked about some of this stuff. I still think something like Trinisphere. There's got to be some other things that are even looking at what the Eldrazi deck does so well. And I think you have access to similar levels of powerful mana quickly. That you could be leveraging these other Eldrazi spells to a good advantage. Because to me, the microspawn kind of changed the deck in a way.
Yeah.
Of what it wants to do, what it's trying to do. And you can kind of have this game plan where I don't need to go that big. I can just mess up your mana base and start beating you down.
Yep.
With this Eldrazi creature.
Totally. It's that Consign to Memory is one of the most difficult cards to beat. But like outside of the blue-black reanimator matchup, this deck is really well positioned in the meta right now.
Yeah, that was
Well, you might want to figure out something for that matchup.
Yeah.
The Microson and just like a Wasteland is so underrated. Like it's just.
Is it? I feel like people think it's just broken. Like I feel like
Okay.
everyone thinks it's busted. I'm saying.
Okay,
I don't think it's
I mean,
underrated. I think
You gotta
I think
imagine
everyone
he's gonna be
recognizes
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It's funny because I have this love-hate relationship with Psychic Frog. Like it does just tend to snowball the game in a similar way that Dread Horde Darkness used to do.
I've got 90% of it in paper too. And
Its design is really interesting. I'm not sure if it's too powerful or not. I
actually feel it's
kind of feel like it is.
Really?
Yeah. Very rarely do I ever see it activated or activated.
But like it reduces the cost of it makes.
It's great for something.
It makes
things cheaper.
it makes that
It's
one card
it's
like-
nice that the focused anguish of the entire format could get focused
Hands
on
together.
Yeah, one or two things. Give us a oh my god,
I
these
mean,
guys
some
are
of what
complaining
I'm
about
missing
Psychic
just sits
Frog.
in other
Like
decks.
I've heard it everywhere.
I don't have
But
Yeah.
it's like clearly
Okay.
It's like they're proxied in there, but like
Yep.
I could figure them out.
level you're playing this format at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's aware of it.
Yeah.
What are your favorite decks in pre-modern lately?
Both a good and a
Well,
bad
so
thing.
I've always-
Definitely.
From the player's standpoint.
I like the
Yep. It says a lot.
like,
It's funny because like is love or hate whatever cards at the time people are
I've made a lot of versions of
got
that.
their eyes on or
And then I made my own
complaining
version,
about.
which was
I always like to like
Nice.
take that moment in and time and just like a few years down the line it's like a memory. It's like, oh wow,
But yeah, I feel like the
remember
eras
Leslie?
So three colors hard. So
eras
like,
are
I've
defined
done
by
well
what
with
broken
it.
things.
Yeah.
You're like,
Consistently enough.
Yep.
And when you put
you know that time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The decks, the
Yeah.
meta. But like,
Yeah,
yep.
I'll keep
Like,
it.
oh, the Snowco era.
And so I've been playing just a standard blue-green Madness deck
Umazawa's
recently.
too.
I've been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that
Like back in the
When
day.
it just came out.
Like the last 2 weeklies I went to, I took like first and second with it.
You start to recognize what makes
one of my
a
main
bad
decks in,
play
I
pattern.
feel
Uh-huh.
Okay.
it's good. I think it's decent against Burn.
And Sensei's defining top two.
Magic,
I mean, look at here. Neither of you are playing Psychic Frog, and we're having a Psychic Frog conversation in the game. Like, okay, how meta is this?
I'll try.
Right?
This is not exactly.
I gotta
All
put
right,
one
let's get
back.
on to this game too here. No more Psychic Frog
Wait,
for
did
the
I?
rest of the
Oh no, I did. Mulligan. Yeah.
It looks like I put one on the bottom here.
Yep.
Took them all.
Ben's gonna
He's
play
starting
a.
out.
We're gonna say go.
Looks like Mountain, Lotus Petal, go.
How scared are you of Blood Moon? Because Blood Moon to me,
It really
if I'm
depends.
you, I'm just like, dear Lord, I don't ever want to see this thing.
It really depends. I think it's worse for me against
Son of a
Red
bitch.
Prison.
Okay, then
Yeah.
okay.
And I also think that depends how my hand is, obviously,
Painter.
because you have two Besiegers main deck,
Yep.
and then
Name blue. Same
obviously you bring in Force of Vigor in this
So actually,
matchup
yeah,
because
untap, upkeep, draw.
so I got
What do
two
you, what do
Force
you,
of Vigors.
what do you think of his
And
play
then we'll
here? He
go.
accelerates out the Painter Servant versus maybe holding up that quick Blood Moon. What do you think about that?
I feel like I would have thought that the Blood Moon is a stronger play. Um,
I mean, maybe he's just trying to close this game out quickly. You know, if
yeah,
he has the guys has access to it.
I'll reveal
I
looks
the
like.
guess making everything one color too it makes his Pyroblast better. So
Hmm.
that could be
take it into my
Yeah,
hand.
a goal
he
for
could
his
be just
early.
trying to really just turn on
Play
Pyroblast
this.
right
How do you
away.
read? I mean, how do you read this from your side of the table? Like, oh man, he's just jamming that game.
He's the Swords to Plowshares.
Pass the turn.
That was lucky on
Fine.
my part. You know,
Draw,
having
draw.
kept a hand with Swords to Plowshares and
Go to
Planes
Force
in
Trigger.
hand, so there was something to that as well.
Well, this looks rough for Ben too because it
It
looks
feels
like he
bad
just didn't
already.
even have the other
No.
mana.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hmm.
mean, I kept the one lander with the pedal, and like basically it was
Yeah, it looks like he's hurting
either
for
gonna
mana.
draw
Maybe he
or
shouldn't have kept that
Yeah,
hand.
try the painter route, but I feel
I'll go
in a
green.
bad spot. Very bad spot.
Green.
Ooh, what are you grabbing here?
Cycling that, grabbing the tower, making 4 mana here.
Oh, that's a Nexus Stone.
Yeah, that's a Nexus in the Glare. So we crop rotation for that. So it always feels good casting a crop rotation against non-blue decks. I feel like we're at this point now where they could print a crop rotation that the sacrificing a land isn't part of the clause. Just like
Yeah,
if it resolves,
make it
like you
better.
talked
Yeah,
about.
make it
Yeah.
better. Oh, nasty.
All right, here we go. It looks like probably gonna get the lattice
Lattice
here.
Put Tammy on.
I don't see why not. Yeah, that might
Just need
be
one more
I'll go
turn.
for the
that might be
lattice.
enough for me to fold here. I mean, he doesn't have
And
another
we'll
land.
pass
What
the
does
turn.
he get here?
We can City of
And
Traders. It
Blood
looks
Moon
like.
now.
Moon is good.
Good.
I
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Tap,
he was just
draw.
away from that Blood Moon anyway, so he just didn't have the other land flash. But makes sense here with the Painter coming down so quick. So you got Force of Vigor in your hand. What are you lining up here?
Looks like I'm thinking about maybe what to do with that Karn.
Let's see.
Um,
Go down to one.
Probably looking for like an expedition map and just trying to grow my mana. He doesn't have any pressure on the board right now, so. And it looks like I wasn't able to hit my land drop this turn, so I think I have a Myco spawn in hand, so I'm probably looking to play that and crack it, get a basic forest.
Mm. Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, what do you think about something like
And
Haywire
I haven't
Might?
played
Like,
any
would
lands.
test
You
here
know,
with that.
I think I tell Ben later on
So
that I wish I had Haywire Might was in back and forth in the sideboard.
Okay, yeah,
I
I'm
do
sure
think
it
it's
is.
really
I mean, I
good.
guess in situations like that, too,
Uh,
you know, it is this weird little thing you can apply pressure with.
yeah,
But yeah, map seems good there to get you out of this moon
yeah.
raid.
Fine.
Now I have green turned
let's
on.
go.
How many Force of Vigors are you on?
I think
Pass
two.
the turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
two in this build
Okay.
in the sideboard.
Yeah, I'm just so curious about these situations with Blood Moon. Like, what do you do? How
Can't tap your.
how are you,
Oh wait, no, it's a
staggering
mountain.
your
Never
play
mind.
around
No,
this?
it retains.
Yep.
It retains its
Okay,
it
okay.
So he
retains its
can't
artifacts.
tap his
You're right.
great furnace
Because of the
It
because
is
it's
a
still an
mountain.
artifact. Yeah,
yeah,
It is
it's
also
super
an
tough.
artifact.
Okay.
So it is a mountain, but it's an
Unfortunately, in this
artifact
case,
now.
very much unfortunately in this case.
Ugh,
yeah.
that's rough for Ben.
That's super huge, actually.
Hmm.
Um,
Up.
And then gone for a blood moon.
blue. Sure, go ahead.
Tap. Draw.
That one Painter getting down so early. Just,
Seems like it would have been, yeah.
Or
Even if he had one turn with the painter, if he would have been able to untap, I'm sure he had blasts in hand. So that's probably his like, this is my window. I got a painter turn. Yeah, get it down.
makes sense.
Looks like a source of posh there.
Ew, so you just had both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, you let it resolve.
Big
and
time.
then Hydro Blast it?
Check this out. No
Yeah, dude, that's
targets.
rough. And now, yeah, look at
Like, let it resolve, probably.
And that looks like it's gonna put me at 6 mana for the Mycosynth
So you gotta
Lattice
kick.
next turn.
So you gotta kick
Pretty sure I'm
Microspawn
dead.
here.
Yeah,
I think I couldn't make colorless here.
Oh.
I had-
Plus,
I
I
had-
had
I
already
had a
used
fear,
I had
like,
already used the Swords to Plowshare, so that was
not
actually
being
just
able to
4
use
mana
it,
I
yeah.
tapped.
Okay.
big time.
You.
Yeah.
So what are you planning here then?
I
You
guess-
you don't want to get more green mana.
Well, I think my thought right now is I have a creature out, and next turn I have 6 mana to cast the Mycosynth
Oh, so it
Lattice.
doesn't matter.
So it doesn't
It
really
doesn't
matter.
matter. I got you.
And he can't tap any of his artifacts for anything right now.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
just this is a rough matchup, I think for
oh, big time. Yeah, this is a
for
really good
Painter.
matchup for Post.
Do you wish you
We
had
got a bunch
Fury?
of crop rotation.
What can we get this?
Yeah.
Glimmer
Well, you need to have
not
the Fury
for
stick.
me.
Fury can hit Planeswalkers, right? It's just creatures? Fury would be really good. Looks like 2 mana,
Engineer?
plays a Goblin Engineer. Yeah, Fury would have been a great draw there. Would have taken out the Karn at
Go
least.
to me.
Yep.
Untap.
But now, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if Painter runs those. Probably not. Maybe if they do, maybe like 2 on the sideboard or something. Looks like here comes the Lattice.
Yep. I'll scoop.
And
Nice.
yeah, I mean,
Alright. Good
considering.
games.
Yeah.
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 It's all good.
What's the other artifact creature they have access to? The one that can destroy stuff. The red black one.